Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Dramasology podcast. In this episode, I am going all the way back to 2013, back when I first began watching Korean dramas. Those were simpler times. But yeah, in this episode of the Dramasology podcast, I am covering The Master's Son, a 2013 Korean drama starring Gong Hyo-jin and Seo-ji. When I say I'm going all the way back, I mean like my very first Korean drama was back in 2013. That was also my first non-Western, first ever introduction to Asian dramas as a whole. And it was the drama Flower Boys Next Door. And that was really my introduction to Korean dramas and just dramas in general. One of the dramas I watched right after that drama was The Master's Son. And I remember it specifically because over the years, as I've watched more and more Korean dramas, I find that is still one of my favorite dramas till this day. I even remember distinctively thinking back in 2013 that, oh my god, have I picked in like drama watching? Because I remember watching a few dramas after The Master's Son and I just wasn't as interested. So I remember thinking, oh my god, is this the case that like I have watched the best first and so I have nothing else to watch? Because I get that feeling with anime. The very first anime I watched was Attack on Titan, and I have not been able to watch any other thing since then because Attack on Titan is just like the peak. So I was scared about that so that I hope I haven't watched the best first. And me unknowingly, obviously, I did not know better because here we are in 2023 and I'm still watching Korean dramas. So it's actually been a full 10 years since I've been watching Korean dramas. And so this drama has a special place in my heart after Flower Boys Next Door because it's one of the first drama I recall watching at a younger age. But yeah, let's get into The Master's Son. The Master's Son tells the story of Jo Jun-won, who is a stingy and greedy CEO of Kingdom, a conglomerate that includes a major department store and hotel. He meets the gloomy Tae-gong-seo, who started seeing ghosts after an accident. Their lives take a new turn as they work together to deal with the terror and sadness brought about by the spirits while delving into a kidnapping case in Jo Jun-won's past, and unknowingly they fall in love with each other. So I'm reading that summary from my drama list, and yeah, it's pretty accurate. Like, it's a very cliche plot, and back when I first watched this drama, obviously I wasn't aware of what was cliche, what wasn't, because it was like my introduction to K-dramas. So it's now I can be like, oh yeah, it's a cliche plot, but back then I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, I loved it so much back then. But yeah, it's a cliche plot and I love it still. I love it so much. It holds a special place in my heart regardless. But yeah, it stars, like I mentioned, Gong Hyo-jin and Seo-ji. So Gong Hyo-jin is one of my favorite actresses of all time. She is in one of the dramas I love the most, It's Okay That's Love. And she's someone that I consider one of the best actresses to come out of Korea. And her dramas are just always really good to watch. Now, Seo-ji I'm not as familiar with him. And I haven't watched a lot of his dramas, just not, like, I guess a lot of things he's in I'm not a fan of, but that's okay. I still like him. It's just that I am not a fan of the dramas he's chosen to be in. Now, Seo In-guk is also in this drama, and I guess this would have been my introduction to Seo In-guk as well. And I am not the biggest fan of Seo In-guk as an actor. He's not, I would say, a favorite of mine. But I will say that a lot of the dramas he's been in are really, really good. Like, he knows how to pick dramas. Dramas like The Smile Has Left Your Eyes and Hello Monster. Those were dramas I really, really enjoyed. He was also in Reply 1997, and that's one of my top dramas of all time as well. It's to the point where I'm actually kind of pissed that Reply 1988 did as well as it did, because people don't appreciate the original Reply 1997. It's a really, really good drama, and if you've not seen Reply 1997, you should check it out. Like, I see why the director was allowed to keep making more of this. I see why TVN just gave them more power to do more of the series, because he's really, really good, and it shows in Reply 1997. And so yeah, Seo In-guk is not my favorite actor, but he's been in a lot of things I love. So he's really good in that sense that I appreciate all the dramas he's been in, and I'm always sure that he's gonna like pick a really, really good drama. Another person I have to give like an honorable mention that's in this drama is Kim Mi-kyung. Kim Mi-kyung is a lady everybody knows. In this drama, she plays Juju Won's aunt, and honestly, we've all seen her in everything. She's literally been in every drama, and I love her so much. It's interesting because she's one of those actresses that, regardless of the drama I see her in, she fits always. There's never a moment I'm like, oh, she was also in this, so I don't want to see her in this. She fits every drama she's been in, right? In 2022 alone, she's been in like 5 or 6 dramas. And so she's one of those actresses we've all seen. She's been in Air, she's been in Agency, Trolley, like every popular drama you've ever thought about. Her Private Life, Go Back Couple, Another Owe Young Pal, Healer. Like she's been in everything, right? She's in every drama. And I love it. I love it so much. And so I have to give an honorable mention because I feel like honestly she's top tier in that sense. But yeah, so this drama is like stacked with like good actors and actresses. And I mean, back then I had no clue these people were popular, and I guess they weren't yet as popular as they are now, in a sense. Yeah, and so again, like I mentioned, this drama is not perfect. And if you're watching this in 2023, after watching years and years of K-drama, this drama is not anything special. But it does have a good premise, it has a good plot, and it follows through on the story it's trying to deliver. Jo Jun Wang is a character that, even though he's very, very stingy and very greedy, he is not a bad person. Like, he's not a dick. He's lovable in a way, and his habit of saying get lost, the way he does it, every time he does it, I burst into laughter. He has a way of like growing on you, even though he's kind of annoying sometimes. The drama does a good job of showing you he's greedy in a funny way, right? And that's one thing I like about this drama. A lot of things that it's trying to show you, it uses comedy to do it. There's a lot of comic relief. In fact, most of the drama is comedy, in the sense that there's never too serious of a moment that it can never go back to being a comedy. An issue I thought I would have in this drama was in the role of the aunt and the uncle. I assumed, and this drama proves me wrong, but I assumed that they would be after Jo Jun Won's wealth and his business and his, company. But that doesn't prove to be the case. Yeah, they are kind of uptight and they look down on people a lot, but they are still Jo Jun Won's family in that sense, in that they are not trying to take anything from him. So yeah, I was happy that the drama went in that route rather than showing us the general like expected, oh, like they are so greedy and they are so selfish, they're going to take away the company that he's been left to as his inheritance, and they don't go that route, and so I'm glad for that. Then moving on to Taegong Seo, she's our female lead that is seeing ghosts, and these ghosts are basically asking her for favors, like, please do this for me. And a lot of the episodes are episodic in the sense that it's just her trying to solve some mystery about somebody or someone. Like, so I like that about this drama, in that even with the overarching theme of like, okay, what is Jo Jun Won's past? Why was he kidnapped? And why does she see ghosts? Things like that. There is still that element of she's trying to reluctantly, actually very reluctantly, trying to help these people on this ghost that require assistance. And the drama does it in such a way that she never seems selfish for saying no, or for being scared, or for being pissed. And I understand where she's coming from, in the sense that if you see ghosts that look the way some people did in this drama, you're gonna like, I understand why she's freaked out and why she immediately stuck to Jo Jun Won. And I felt for her in that sense. Like, she was looking really haggard. Right, she was looking really worn out. And so I understand that feeling of finding this person that basically takes away all this wall that she's privy to, that she really doesn't want to be privy to, and takes it and basically erases it, basically hides it, and she can no longer see those ghosts anymore. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to stick to this guy as best as I can. Like, I'm going to follow him around. And Jo Jun Won is like, what is up with this girl? Honestly, I'm shocked he never pressed charges or like restraining order or something, because if this was real life, she would definitely have a restraining order, and like that would be that. But Jo Jun Won is a lot kinder, in the sense that he's willing to have a conversation and he's talking about stuff, and it's in the midst of all this and helping her with things that he basically falls in love and I guess becomes a new person, which is why when he finally loses his memory, right, he's like, what did I turn into? Right. And I understood that sense because even for me, like when I noticed that he lost his memory and they're showing us his rediscovery of things and how basically Taegong has changed a lot of things in his life, he's just like, what? Like you're telling me that I'm giving presents to like my competitor, like me, right? So it's things like that, and I know a lot of people had an issue with the amnesia plot. I was not one of them because I think I actually tend to not mind amnesia plots. Although I will say, like recently I was watching Alchemy of Souls. For those who've not seen my review of Alchemy of Souls, I mentioned I really dislike the amnesia plot, and I do usually, but in this drama it works, maybe because I know it's still the same character and everything, whereas like in Alchemy of Souls it's kind of like a different person completely playing this amnesiac character. But yeah, I enjoyed the amnesia plot because it helped Jojo kind of rediscover why he fell in love with Egonshu, and I like that moment of him not being sure why he likes her right, because he has no clue, right, of everything they've been through. He's just like, okay, I feel a connection to this lady who doesn't look like much, right? I mean, Taegong, she sees ghosts and she's always looking the way she looks, right? And that's always been a point of which Juju Wong has been like, why do you look this way? Like, you look disgusting, right? And so he's unsure why he likes her, but it's in the midst of this, he kind of finds his way back to her and, basically recognizes the love and the affection he's grown to have for her. This drama also was interesting for me because I also really like the character of Cho Jung-woo, who was Jojo Won's, I guess, assistant or like butler, kind of like Bruce Wayne to Alfred kind of thing they had going on. And it's in the midst of this that we find out that it's his niece that basically concocted this whole thing, and he's basically obsessed with Jojo Won, right? And I really feel bad for the twin that paid because one of the other twin was jealous and stuff like that. But yeah, his character was also really, really nice. He was very dedicated and very loyal to Jojo Won, and that was also very nice to see. It's funny because I just mentioned like how I hate the amnesia plot line, and for those who don't know, the Master Son is also written by the same writers that wrote Alchemy of Souls. And I guess this is something they like. They like the amnesia plot. But in 2022, they took the amnesia plot to a whole new level by having a whole different actress, right? And clearly they've not learned their lesson. They obviously like the amnesia plot. But yeah, that was also something that I realized, like, when I realized that like they are written by the same writers. The Hong sisters wrote both dramas, and you would think with two people they will be able to come up with something other than an amnesia plot. Not that I'm complaining that I hate it in this drama. I actually like it in this drama, but it's funny to me because I'm like, can't they think of something else? You can't, like, amnesia cannot be the only thing they can come up with when you have an accident or something. But yeah, this is a good drama. It has some scary elements to it. Not so bad in the sense that like even like someone like me that doesn't like horror or just scary stuff, I'm able to watch this drama. And so yeah, it has that element if you like the supernatural elements to dramas. And it's a lot of something. Like there's a little comedy, there's romance, there's the supernatural and stuff like that. And so you have a lot to look forward to in that sense. Then I have to give a notable mention. Like one thing that really, really sets this drama apart from a lot of dramas, and actually sets K-dramas apart from the ones that do well and the ones that don't do well, for me at least, is the OST, right? The soundtrack, the music. This drama was my introduction to Yumiri as a singer. I had never heard of her. And I mean, she sang a very, very good OST for this drama called Touch Love. And it's still one of my favorite songs till this day. She just has a really, really good voice, and it just sets the tone for this drama. And honestly, every time I hear that song, I just remember this drama immediately. And I'm sure everybody has that one drama that like there's just the OST is just fantastic. I have a few dramas like that. Actually, I have a lot of dramas where I love the OST. OST is one thing that it can break or make a drama for me. Like if I hate the OST in a drama, it doesn't matter how good the drama is, I won't be able to watch it because it will just throw a lot of scenes off. because they tend to use OSC like in moments of like romance and stuff like that. And like if it is not working, it won't work. Coming back to Alchemy of Souls, that was one issue I had with Alchemy of Souls Part 2. There's an OSC I really, really disliked in that drama, and so that probably is also why I had an issue watching that drama and enjoying it. Like I enjoyed the first one. The first one I loved part 1, but part 2 was ugh. I feel like I'm talking more about Alchemy of Souls in this episode than Master's Son. But honestly, check it out. Like if you've not watched the Master's Son, it's a really, really good drama. It's I think a 9 out of 10 for me. And I will say that the 9 out of 10 is part nostalgia, right? Then the rest story. So like if you watch this drama, take it that like this was a drama in 2013. There's a lot of cliches in it if you've been watching Korean dramas till this point. So like keep that in mind. But it is still a very good drama for what it's trying to do. But yeah, that's my review of The Master's Son. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.